We out here, guys. The POG exclusive beanie, not for sale. Okay, so we're out here on the morning routine series and have a really cool video for you guys today talking about journaling as a part of your morning routine. For those of you who didn't know, I have a 48-minute video on journaling that is accessible to you guys on the channel. If you want to know more about journaling, getting started, how to go about it, what journal to get, what pencil to use, go watch that video. It's informative, to say the least. Now, importantly, I'm talking about journaling in the morning routine. Guys, remember, morning routine is so subjective. I know people that have 10-minute to 30-minute morning routines, and people like myself who have sometimes 3-4 hour morning routines when I put all the hours in, right? And that means people are getting up at 6 and leaving by 7 for their work, and other people like myself get up like 4:30 and then do their morning routine till like 8:30, 9, whatever it is. There isn't necessarily a right or wrong, and it's always moving and changing. I can't say that I have the same set routine every single day, but these things are always in it. Now, talking about journaling. So guys, for me, the journal has become quickly in the last year and a half, 2 years, one of the ultimate tools in my tool belt. I use it every single day, countless times a day, between 3 and 10 or more. And for my clients, it's something that I know that I have them doing every single day. And I know they're doing it because they track it on the app that we use, so I can see their personal growth and development. And so can they, right? So they can build momentum, etc. So what do I do with journaling in the morning? Guys, journaling for me, the first thing that I am looking to journal in the morning is if I have a dream that I remember, I always look to write it down. And the reason is because dreams are an interesting scope or lens, we could say, view at things that may be going on unconsciously in our mind while we're asleep or while we're awake, okay? So it's always interesting to write them down. You never know when you might take a look back and pick up on something that you weren't paying attention to before, or have some sort of revelation that you never even knew about that makes a lot of sense to you all of a sudden, okay? So first and foremost, always writing down my dreams now. Second thing I like to do is if I have something I need to express, I just like to express it right away. Through the journal. So that could be an emotion that I'm feeling a lot lately, or a thought or a vision that I had the day before of something amazing that I want to happen. I will use that time to write in the journal. I'll title it, I'll date it, and then I'll just go into depth and let the pen flow. Let the pen flow. Let the pen flow. Okay? Just let it go. Because what happens, guys, is when you have an opportunity to put pen to paper, you allow yourself to let go of all the things that are going on internally by expressing them with a pen and paper. In the process, you also have visualizations of what's happening, right? When you say, I want to become the greatest writer of all time, you have a vision of what that might look like, okay? So it's also an awesome visualization technique. For me, again, expressing whatever's on my mind or that I'm feeling is super empowering to me and allows me to get into an amazing flow before the day begins by having a better understanding of where I'm at and what I want to accomplish. So guys, first, dreams. Second, express what you need to express. Let it come out. Don't be afraid to let it come out. The worst thing that happens is you learn something new about yourself. For most humans, that's scary. I don't want to know about myself. I might be scared. It might be something I don't want to know, etc. Guys, the secret of personal growth and development is embracing your truth, embracing your authenticity, embracing who you truly are. You can't run from yourself forever, right? Otherwise, you'll end up on your deathbed having regrets and then having this ridiculous realization that you never were true to yourself and you lived a false life. You don't want that. So I highly recommend you just being honest with yourself right here, to yourself. Listen, no one else is watching when you're journaling, just you. Now, could someone stumble upon this and read it? Fine, so be it. Let them read. It's on them at that point. I know what I wrote. Okay, so have courage. Have courage to go forth internally and understand yourself on a deeper level. The worst thing that happens is you'll learn something new. Let's keep it simple, right? Third thing I like to do is I like to set goals, which you guys all know by now. So this is what my goal sheet looks like in the morning. So I date at the top, goals, what's his name? Jim Rohn used to say he liked to also write where he was when he wrote the journal entry, which I think is really interesting too. That's pretty cool because that way when you look back on it, you literally have an exact imprint of like, hey, I was on this date at this time in this place, I wrote this. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a snapshot of your mind at the moment, which I think is really interesting. We have photos to capture the moment, but we don't always capture the mind. This is an opportunity for you to do that. What I like to do is I like to have 3 goals a day. I took this kind of from Jeff Bezos, to be honest with you. He has a spiel about making no more than 3 decisions a day. I kind of thought that was a good idea, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do that for my goals. I'm going to only set 3. I have more than 3 tasks that I want to accomplish, but only 3 actual goals that I really want to hit on that are going to get me closer to my weekly goal, which will get me closer to my monthly goal, which will get me closer to my yearly goal, which will get me closer to who I want to be, and etc. You guys get it. So anyway, 3 goals. They're boxed. I box them, and then as you can see, I have circles for like the subcategories of those goals. So for example, today I wanted to record 2 YouTube videos. As you can tell, I'm getting much more in depth with the YouTube because I think it's an awesome way for me to show you guys some of what I'm doing and how it's affecting me in my life. But we're talking about recording 2 YouTube videos. One of them is this. So of course, when I do it, cross it off the list. And then what happens, guys, at the end of the day, during your evening routine, which I will get into shortly at some point, you can actually look back and be like, okay, so what good did I do today, right? Benjamin Franklin used to ask himself every night, what good have I done today, right? So what have you done to better yourself today? And when you look back and you have all these things crossed off because you accomplished your goals, that's going to make you feel fulfilled. It's going to create happiness, right? Which is going to create momentum for you moving forward, which is going to translate into you having a better day the next day and so on and so forth. So I think it's a very effective tool for you guys to narrow your focus and plant little checkpoints along the way, right? Goals are like little checkpoints. For any of you who play video games, which most of you guys have. Checkpoints. We're all about checkpoints. Goals are checkpoints. Don't forget that, okay? So all 3 of those things are powerful. 4th thing, which I think is like insanely powerful. If you don't do this, then you guys are making a mistake. You need to write down your affirmations to yourself every day, and I hit those at the bottom. Why? Well, because depending on the type of affirmations, they build culture within you, and they program your mind to default to these things when push comes to shove. So when push comes to shove, I have something in my mind, I will never give up. And that's what happens when I'm like really tired or I'm exhausted or I'm beat down, I will never give up. And then right back, I have the energy, the motivation, the willpower. I can harness it using these affirmations. So I highly recommend 3 to 5 or more things that you say to yourself daily. And when you say them with emotion, say them with the truth, right? There's one thing that I've been repeating myself for a long time now that I kind of adopted into some pillars of growth hashtags, which is, use your gifts, serve one world, legends find a way. And one of the 4 oaths I say to myself every morning is that I will use my gifts passionately to serve one world. I will use my gifts passionately to serve one world. I will use my gifts passionately to serve one world. And say it with that confidence, that cool, clear conviction of your truth. And guys, in moments of truth, that is what comes through, and that is what your mind is telling you when everything fails. It's very important to have affirmations as a part of your life, and we'll get into that as part of a morning routine as well. But I also write them down in here amongst some other things that I want to happen for pillars of growth. One of the things that I have on here is billions of people use pillars of growth, products, services, apps, and more to grow in their lives. And the reason that that's important to me is because when we get to a place where we're impacting people on that scale, that to me is just one of the ultimate goals I could ever have, is knowing that stuff that we're doing is helping people all over the world. Like that to me it makes me emotional, to be honest with you, because that's how much I care. And that's how these affirmations should be for you. They should be that powerful, that they actually make you emotional every fucking day. If you can get to that level, you're gonna be a successful person. And not successful when you make lots of money, successful when then you live your fucking truth. Because that's what success really is living your truth. Because I guarantee in your truth, you'll make some money, right? Which is paper and plastic, don't forget. It's not the secret, okay? So, journaling. Those are 4 things that I like to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else journal-wise in the morning. I think that covers it. Yeah, so first, dreams. Any dreams I have, write them down. Second, express myself in any way that I feel I need to, right? And you can do that any time of day, guys. Whenever you have inspiration, hit the journal. Write it down. You won't forget it, and you'll be grateful that you wrote it down, right? And use Jim Rohn's tactic of writing the date, the time, the place, etc., and the topic, whatever it is. Third, the goals, and 4th, affirmations. If you can do these 4 things, guys, as part of your morning routine, it really shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. But you can make it take 30 minutes if you want, however long you need. I have some clients journal for an hour. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you need. That's the beauty of journaling. That's the beauty of Pillars of Growth. That's the beauty of MBS. Is the way is your way. The way is your way of life. The way is your way of life. Don't forget it. Much love, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, if you feel like it, subscribe. Okay? And if you guys are new to personal growth and development, or you're experienced in personal growth and development, you want to be a part of a community of people who are about mental, physical, spiritual growth and awakening the infinite potential within themselves, changing themselves, and then changing the world, this is where you need to be a part of. Join the Team Growth group. And if you're really, really serious and you are next level and you know the song that's playing right now in the background, you can comment below and I'm going to message you directly and give you something. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but you're a legend if you know what this is. And guys, I just hope that you enjoy the video, and I hope that you use journaling, and feel free, again, there's a 48-minute video on it. It goes a little more in depth, but I highly recommend adding this to your morning routine. It will make for a better day, and it will change your life. I have no doubts. Change mine, change all my clients. It's unanimous. So as long as you do it daily, we'll see results. Much love always. Hope this was helpful. Peace, peace.